What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. So today we have a guide for this 8.4 final boss Glykhan, and I'm going to try to make it as simple as possible. But before we get into this fight, which is going to be a 7-star rank 1 storm solo, we're going to talk about the most important thing, which is how do you deal damage to this guy. The only way to deal damage to Glykhan is by punishing his heavy or punishing his specials. And by punishing his specials, I mean you have to dex at least the last part of the special, because even if you block his last tier of the special 1, let's say, you're still gonna have time to attack him afterwards. But that doesn't count like you punished it. You need to dex and then dash into him. And the good thing about this is that every time you punish his heavy or specials, your next 5p combo is going to be guaranteed critical hits. It's going to get some damage boost as well. And also you can extend this combo with your relic. If you do a 5p combo, it's going to have 5 critical hits. Then you're going to throw the relic. That's going to deal critical hits as well. And then your combo after you get the relic stun is going to have the critical hits as well. Same thing with your special attacks if you combo with them. Now you can see he has 5 of those orange icons. Those are 5 punishments. So basically here, you want to do those punishments. You want to trigger those punishments, because those give you the passive prowess that are indefinite throughout the fight. So the first icon is when you parry or stun him, and he's gonna gain one of those charges if you do that action. The second one is when you hit his block with your first light attack. The third one is when you deal damage with a striker. The fourth one is when you intercept twice in a row. And the fifth one is when you deal damage with a special attack. So keep in mind, when you have to deal damage with a striker and special attack, you have to punish his heavy or his special attack to be able to deal damage with your special or striker. Now, if you do those punishments though, there is a side effect. So the first punishment is if you hit him while he's stunned, you're going to take some damage from Wound of Defiance. That's how it's called. And it's basically like 3.5% of your max HP. It's not that much, but you do take a lot of damage. The more hits you do, the more Wound of Defiance you're going to get. The second side effect is that if you hit his block with your fourth, third, or second light attack or second medium attack, you're going to take some damage as well. The same damage is like you would take from the stun. So make sure when you hit his block, you only deal medium and then the first light attack. You do not want to continue that combo. Otherwise, it's going to deal some damage to you. Then when you use the relic, you actually are going to get inflicted with a 50% Spirit Gem passive, which isn't really that big of a deal. The biggest deal though is when you do the double intercept. When you do this, he's going to stack one of this, icon, the orange icon. And for each one of those stacks, you have minus 30% stun and striker stun ability accuracy. So if he gets 3, which 3 is the cap by the way, you got a minus 90% chance to get a stun from parries. And from the relic, it's the first thing that cancels stun ability accuracy from relic. It's actually pretty huge. And then also, if you deal damage with your special attack, using your special inflicts a 50% power drain. So, you lose a bit of power from your relic and specials when you throw specials and relics. Not that big of a deal, but the biggest deal is when you do those intercepts. So you can also, it's probably better to skip this intercept twice in a row. You don't need to do this, because every time you bait his specials, he's gonna remove one of his judgments. So let's say you did 3 stuns. Actually, I can showcase the fight here, and this is gonna be easier to explain. So as we get into the fight, you're gonna see that I'm gonna start with 3 parries. And you do not wanna go more than 3, because he's gonna get an evade charge. And that evade charge, there's no way to prevent him from evading. He's gonna deal some damage to you, he's gonna combo you. But the biggest thing, even if you survive, he removes every single prowess passive you have. And that is pretty bad, because that's why you're building up all those prowess, because you just want to, deal some massive special attacks. And then all your build up is gone. So make sure to never give him more than 3 from any punishment. And as you can see here, when he's done with the special 1, we punish it. And then it says relinquished. So as you can see, he has 3 of those stuns. But when he's finished the special 1, he's got 2. So every time you every time you punish his specials, he's going to remove one of that punishment. And that is really good, because if he didn't, he will be, always be at max 3 for every punishment. So you wouldn't be able to do anything. Now there's the evade charge. So what I'm going to do here is take some blocked hits and get to my special 1 because I'm close to it. Because if I were to hit him now, even in his block, he's gonna just evade me and remove every single prowess. But by throwing the special 1, you remove that evade and it's all good. So this is SP1, I'm gonna, you know, punish it again, and he removed one of the punishment of the special. So that's pretty good. We can actually deal 2 more specials now. And the reason why Storm is really good for this fight is because when you punish heavies and specials, you do guaranteed critical hits, and that allows her to get her own prowess as well. So that is the special 2. We go ahead and punish her. You can see he's giving you a lot of time to just go in, even if you're far away from the screen. And right here, this is pretty bad. We cannot hit his block more than once, and we cannot stun him. Now we can actually do 1 stun, so our special 2, if I were to throw my special 2, we would be fine here because he's at 2. And I think, yeah, I'm gonna throw it right now. So now he's gonna go at 3. There we go. We can dash in, do a medium and a heavy to get our prowess back or refresh them. It is blocked right there. Cannot do that anymore. And I can also throw my relic once. Now I can throw it twice. So it's gonna go at 2 stacks. So once you just, you know, keep looking at his punishments, the fight is pretty easy. So he got the evade there, but it doesn't matter because when he switches phases, you know, he's gonna go back to 0 without evade charges, and you lose all your prowess effects. So here in this phase, he can only throw a special when he has 2 bars of power. And when he goes with 2 bars of power, he's gonna randomly choose to throw his SP1 or his special 2. So there's a trick to this though. When you see him getting the unstoppable, when he's, you know, doing the first hit of the special, that means he's gonna throw his special 1. So that's, you know what decks to do when you see that unstoppable. And if you see unblockable, that is gonna be the special 2. But there's also another trick to it. You know, the first 2 hits of both of his special attacks, you just outrange them. So if you see the projectile as the second hit, that means that is the special 1. I think here he's gonna throw a special 1, yeah. So if you see the projectile there on the second hit, that means it's a special 1, even if you miss that, you know, unsolvable text. So let's see what special is gonna throw now. That is going to be the special 2 because you see the unblockable, so there is going to be a projectile, which is going really slow, by the way. You just got to take your time with it. So now we're going to go with a heavy here. Don't want to do the medium, just want to do the dash because I didn't want to get him to the special 3. That is going to be another special 2. Pretty easy decks. And yeah, you just follow the same pattern right here. So now I see that I have 3 on the stun, 3 on the hit block with the light attack, and 3 of the relic. So I can't throw a relic unless he removes 1 charge right now. So no, he removed 1 from the stun. So I can potentially stun him right now. And this is going to be the special 1. And also another thing I forgot to mention. So, you know, he starts with unstoppable or unblockable when he throws a special. And those last for 16 seconds. But you can reduce those seconds by 4 for every you know, hit you dex from his specials. And he's got 4 hits from both of his specials. So if you fully dex all of them, you can go in even if you see the unstoppable right there, because it's just gonna run off, which is really cool. So the key to this fight, just learn how to dex his specials. Because even if you were to block 1 hit from, like, you know, being unstoppable, he would still have a 4-second unstoppable after that. So there is second phase done. Now for the third phase. It's actually different here. So he starts with all of his punishments at max stacks. That means that here, instead of doing the stun first, you want to do the intercept ideally, because now you have minus 90% ability accuracy on your stuns and your relic stuns. So if I were to stun him now, he probably wouldn't let me. So if you can in this phase, if you do 6 intercepts in a row, that would be the best. But honestly, don't force it. Even if you do like 1, it's going to be fine. So there we go. We can do the light in the block though. Get some prowess. There we go. We did the intercept. So I think I'm going to go for 1 more. He didn't give it there. As you can see, the striker opening failed because we did not have our stun ability accuracy. But also here, before we continue this phase, I want to show you his special 1 and his special 2 at slow motion, because in this phase, you are rooted whenever you're throwing a heavy or a special 1 or a special 2. So as you can see right here, this is going to be the special 1 and the special 2 in slow motion. So pay attention to my Danny Moonstar's evades. So you're gonna see it again here. You're gonna notice that I'm dexing at the exact same time for both specials, except for when it's about to do the last hit. So you can see on the special 2 right there on the right side, you can clearly see the dex animation from Danny, but on the left side, I still haven't moved. So the only difference for special 1 and special 2 when you're rooted is the last hit. You always want to dex a little bit early on the special 2, and if it's a special 1, you want to dex a little bit later. So that is the only thing about his special attacks when you are rooted. So I really hope that helps. Now back into the fight. So this is, this is not going to be flawless gameplay, of course. I am not the best at dexing his specials. I can try to full dex him sometimes. But there we go, we bait his special 1. Right here, I can't do my stuns because I think I did all of my intercepts. So there we go. Pretty good. And right here, what happens in this phase is when you empty all of his punishments, he is just going to re-trigger all of them at max stacks. So that is, there's no other way to get prowess by stunning him. As you can see, it's just claws right now. So the only thing I have to do is throw 1 special attack and 1 relic, and that is gonna do it. That's gonna reset all of his judgments and all of his punishments, and then we can get some more prowess right there. So I prefer dexing the special 1. Ideally, the special 2, it does throw me off a little bit. Also, there is like a weird thing where if you like dash in like too fast after he's done with the special, it just kind of whiffs. So yeah. So as you can see there, something I forgot to tell you, if you block, his special 1 or special 2 hits, you're gonna take some, some damage from the Wound of Defiance. So like I said, key is to like find how to dex his specials, figure that out. There we go. We did the relic, we did the special. That means everything is gonna reset at max. So that means I do not have any stun ability accuracy right now. So if I can intercept them, I will try. There we go. 1, 2, 3. Pop the special right here. We do get the stun. We can go for the heavy. And at this point, I don't really need to intercept him because I have enough prowess. Because like Storm has a lot of damage on her own. And that is a 7th rank 1 Storm, guys. Like, that's pretty good. So yeah, the third phase is definitely the hardest one because you get rooted, but it's pretty easy to get like prowess because every time he throws a special, he relinquishes one of those what's it called, punishments, and you do get a prowess every time you punish a special. As you can see, 23. So this is like the easiest phase to get prowess, but it's really tough to maintain them because you might die from the special 1 or the special 2. So there we go. And after that phase is over, you just have to survive 15 seconds, I believe, when he's indestructible. And now the only way to kill him is by punishing his special or his heavy. Do not forget about that because on stream, I did get destroyed when I fought him for the first time, for sure. So yeah, man, like there is some keys to this fight. I think the biggest thing is to just learn how to dex his special 1, his special 2, practice them when he's rooted because you cannot avoid that. He's always going to just root you. It's only when it's at striking distance, but you're always going to be, standing there when he's tapping the special. So you might outrange the first 1 hit of the special attacks, but the second, the third, and fourth, you're going to have to learn how to dex them. Otherwise, he's not going to relinquish any of his judgments back. What do I say judgments? Punishments back. And also, you're going to take some damage the more blocked hits you take. You're going to take some Wound of Defiance damage. And as you can see here, I took 17% of it. So that came from like either hitting him while he was stunned, either hitting him with my second light attack, third light attack, or by blocking his specials. So yeah, that is going to do it for this video, man. Hopefully this helped you guys. Glykhan is definitely a little bit weird, but yeah, biggest things to remember. You can only deal damage when you punish his heavy or special attacks. You should do those punishments in the right order, which that would be ideally stunning him 3 times and then hitting his block with this first light attack. And then, ideally you can skip the intercept one because that's just going to fail your stun. And the stun is one of the easiest punishments to do. So you don't really want to, reduce your stun ability accuracy or your striker stun, because especially here with Storm, I was using the striker stun to actually use my heavy attack, and pause my own personal prowess. So yeah, that is the biggest things about Glykhan. I really hope this video helped you guys, because Glykhan is definitely a really challenging boss. So yeah guys, good luck when fighting Glykhan, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.